Well, I heard about self-directed support initially from my mum, who had seen a television programme on the BBC that was about self-directed support when it first came out, and she approached my MHO when I was in hospital to see about getting self-directed support, and she went to my psychiatrist and my social worker, and because I was in and out of hospital so often, they didn't have enough time when I was out of hospital to get it up and running. So probably about maybe 6 years ago or something, I heard about it 6 or 7 years ago. I'm not sure when exactly it came in. It took a while to get it into place because I was in and out of hospital for like 6 months at a time. It only really got put in place about 3.5 years ago, when I was out for long enough that the paperwork and everything could be done. But fortunately I was lucky enough that one of my PAs I got quite quickly, and it was good because when we went to the interviews, it was me, it was Vicky, and it was my social worker and MHO Zoe. And Vicky would have a list of questions that should go through, asking if they drive and stuff like that, and if they've got a PVG and things like that. So that's stuff that I didn't need to worry about in the interview. And then Zoe would maybe come in with some questions, and then obviously I would have some questions at the end. And it was a way of building up an idea of what the person was like. And it also opens up other avenues where maybe you're nervous about going to places. You can have somebody that'll take you to places or that'll do stuff with you. Like for instance, with Callum, I go to the snooker and stuff, and with Callum and Dean I go to the cinema and things, whereas I wouldn't do that with myself really. And before I've been out for 3.5 to 4 years. Every time I come out of hospital, I would just get into my shell, and I'd have nobody to kind of help me, encourage me to get out and socialise. So it's really kind of personal to yourself, who you kind of take on. And the biggest thing is Aylan's there as a company that will help with the wages. They're always in the end of the phone. You can always phone up if you've got issues, if you want to know about holidays that you've got left, or you want to know something about the wages, or how to fill in the timesheet, anything like that. You can phone them up, you can email them, they always get back to you straight away. So it's really good. There's options depending on how much responsibility you want to take, and Aylan's there to offer you help if you don't want that as much responsibility. Because initially, when I was told I was going to be an employer and I was going to have to employ people, it's daunting, especially if you've just come out of hospital or something after a period of time. But after reading through the Aylan leaflets and talking to Vicky, and Vicky had come out 2 or 3 times and talked me through how it would go, and how she went through the advert and everything, and we discussed what the advert should be about, whether it should, like, what I'm looking for, if you're looking for household support or just somebody to socially help you, anything like that, it would be in the advert. But for me, it was just somebody that was social and able to kind of help me arrange to get out and about, and also to meet up with me, so that if I relapsed, it was picked up really quickly, so that they would see me I'd see them 4 days a week, and it would be picked up really quickly. So option 1 has made a huge difference to me, and that's nearly 4 years since I've been in hospital. Whereas before that I was in 6 months, out 6 months, in 6 months for the first 5 years. And then since STS option 1's been up and going. That's been 4 years nearly since I've been in. So along with the medication and the care package, including the STS option 1, it's been huge. It's made a massive difference.